After losing all her babies, Pitbull adopts orphaned puppy, toys, socks, basically everything in the shelter. There are times that bad things happen to all of us. It's how we manage to overcome and get something good from them that matters. This is exactly what Daya, a stray pup, did when she lost her babies. What she did will bring tears to your eyes. It was a cold morning in January 2018 when rescuers from animal control offices in York, South Carolina got informed about a stray puppy wandering the streets. After receiving many calls about this incident, they decided to go check. Apart from the puppy, they found something more special. Rescuers didn't just find a puppy, they found three. The stray pup they were informed about was pregnant, carrying two unborn babies with her. They decided to bring her back to the shelter for an extra examination and care. The rescuers from animal control didn't want her to give birth in their shelter, as this could cause problems with the adoption of the puppies as well as their mother. They reached out and called all local rescue groups with hopes that someone would take care of the stray puppy. Fortunately, Halfway There Rescue answered their calls and decided to take the pup in. The rescuers from Halfway There Rescue named the little pup Daya and immediately proceeded with examinations, as well as added treatment for Daya given that she was pregnant. Later, the main vet came out of the examination room with a face that the rescuers will never forget. After multiple x-rays and examinations, it was discovered that Daya's puppies had died in utero. It was devastating news for all of them, especially for Daya. The doctor said that her babies were already being reabsorbed into Daya's body. Also, the doctor announced that Daya had a severe infection in her stomach and was in need of an immediate and expensive surgery, or else her life could be threatened. Thankfully, a rescuer offered to pay for Daya's expenses. The surgery went well, and Daya was sent to a foster home for recovery. During her stay there, the rescuers started to see some strange behavior patterns of Daya. They discovered something heartbreaking. Daya started to act like a mother for socks, pillows, and even toys, as if those objects were her babies. She started taking care and keeping an eye on them constantly. It was a heartbreaking sight, a rescuer said later. It was obvious that Daya couldn't easily recover from the loss of her babies. All she wanted was to be a mother, and she tried to be for socks and clothing items that the shelter had. Rescuers didn't know if she could tell the difference, and it brought tears into their eyes. Weeks later, Daya was introduced to someone who would completely change her life and relieve her grief and pain. It was a little puppy. A puppy that Halfway There rescued about a month later after Daya's arrival. Here's Raisin, the 6-week-old puppy that Daya wholeheartedly adopted from the first moment he was introduced to her. Raisin was an orphan puppy found in the road with a ruptured eye that had to be removed. She could have survived with just the help of humans, but deserved the comfort of a mama of her own. We saw the opportunity to pair Raisin and Daya, and here we are, Halfway There described. Daya and Raisin were spending more and more time together as they were both recovering from their recent surgeries. It was obvious a very special bond was forming. Daya became the surrogate mom that Raisin desperately needed. What Raisin didn't know is that Daya also desperately needed to adopt a puppy. Their meeting was a perfect fit for both of them. Raisin seemed to provide Daya with all his love and affection, cuddling and playing with her as if he was her own baby, something that was essential for Daya. Months later, when the two of them were fully recovered, the rescuers decided to send them away to a second foster family. Their new family treated them with all the love and care they needed. Their best days were about to come. Daya and Raisin were inseparable. They would relax in the sun as they got their daily sunbaths and finally were enjoying the good aspects of their lives. They say that time heals all wounds, and this was surely what happened for both Daya and Raisin. After their arrival to their foster family, they had time to relax and recover from the bad things that happened to them. It was all in the past. A year later, someone came to the foster house and decided to adopt Raisin. The woman could see Daya and Raisin truly loved each other, so she did something heartwarming. Soon, Daya and Raisin were at their forever home and were ready to spend the rest of their lives together. Thanks to Daya, Raisin had the chance to grow into a sweet and full of energy dog and Daya into a loving and caring mother. Please share this with your friends and family.